93223.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Hello, I'm Mark Sears with Regency Printing. With over 10 years in the printing business, I know you'll find Regency Printing the place for all your local printing needs. Plus, I have fax services, mailbox rentals, notary service, U.S. mail, pack and ship, all at one convenient location, 2375 Northeast 25th Avenue. Just look for the yellow signs. Regency Printing, 789-6683. That's 789-6683. Regency Printing.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
Would you believe it? Nice-sized trees average height 6 to 8 feet for $10 to $20. That's exactly what you get if you're a smart shopper at Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens. Bob has set aside a special closeout of these trees, including red maples, drake elm, sycamore, holly, oak, and more. Take your pick while they last $10 to $20. You just can't afford to miss out on these deals. Don't forget the azalea sale. Bob has dwarf, ever-blooming red ruffles, still $3.99. Larger sizes are available. Great-looking double red knockouts and drift roses, just $19.99. And this year's best ever camellia show, it's going on right now. More than 5 acres of blooming camellias, all in multicolored splendor. You can get a small size Bob Wine's heirloom camellias this week for just $9.99. Check the ad, bobwinescamelliagardens.net, then hurry on over. Special store hours now open daily, including Saturday till 4:30. Bob Wine's Camellia Gardens, in the same blooming place since 1952.
Justice League Estate Sales. With great customer service in a time of need. Liquidating a home and vehicle is hard enough. Let the Justice League Estate Sales family-owned team help. They have highly trained appraisers available to work with you. The Justice League Estate Sales name was inspired by a boy named Justice and the Autism Awareness Organization. Please visit www.justiceleagueestatesales.com for upcoming sales. And tune in every Tuesday at 10:35 a.m. on WOCA and learn how the team can help you.
Areas of morning fog, very warm for the day with periods of clouds and sun. High 85 to 89. Mild tonight with increasing clouds, a low of 67 to 69. Tomorrow, clouds and sunshine. Shower at a few places. Wednesday's high 84 to 86. Then at night, partly cloudy with a low 65 to 69. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
I'm Scotty, owner of 12 Rounds Boxing, with a personal invite for you to come check out my gym in Ocala, Florida. Open 7 days a week from 10 A to 10 P. Come check us out.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about. Matt Gibbs and the guys over at Sonride. Automotive will treat you right. We'll treat you right.
Hey, good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live, WOCA, The Source. In the studio, Matt Gibbs.
Hello.
Sunrise Automotive.
Hello.
Auto repair with personal care.
Hello.
How's it going, buddy?
Good.
Heck of a race last night, huh?
Yeah.
Speaking of cars, we'll get into it. Daytona 500 was yesterday.
Yep.
Big wreck right there at the end.
There's lots of wrecks, right?
Yeah.
I think there was 18 cars left in the
I think
lead
so,
lineup
yeah.
at the end of the race.
That's how that goes, right? That's why people watch. That's why people watch for the wrecks.
That,
That and to see people go fast.
No. When you're watching it on TV, seeing them go fast, it doesn't really look like they're going fast.
No, it doesn't until they show a different camera angle that's like stationary, and then you see it go by, and you're like, oh, yeah.
Or
yeah,
you go see it live.
See it live. How many times have you been? Have you been in?
Oh, a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do when I retire.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drive the little tram.
Yeah.
The little tram,
Yeah.
That's going to be me. I'm going to give the tours. I'm going to go through the tunnel. I was here in 1984 when Richard Petty rolled that car around turn 4.
Yeah. Were you surprised by the winner?
No,
Denny Hamlin?
I was kind of glad that Danny won.
Yeah.
I think he's
Danny.
the only fourth driver that's ever run consecutive Daytona 500s.
Yeah, I think so. And that's his third win.
His third win.
And then we were talking this earlier with Galen and stuff, Joe Gibbs.
Yeah.
Man, that's his fourth as for his team all time.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That guy's had one hell of a life.
Yeah.
Football, NFL head coach, winning NFL head coach, and then doing the auto race.
And we got to meet, his son Coy.
Yeah.
His son Coy was the manager of the motocross team.
Okay.
So
man, he's into all kinds of races. It's not just
it's not just NASCAR
stock car. It's everything.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. So I was glad of the outcome. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of new drivers. I didn't even know half the field. I don't think anymore.
Is that right?
It's the NASCAR. It just seems to me like if you're like Daytona's the race. So
right.
If you're going to go see a race, go to that race. I mean, that's it. But then like during the rest of the season, you start looking up in the stands and see a lot of empty seats. You know, there was tickets. You could go to the Daytona 500. I think they were advertising tickets for like $15.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Man. Maybe I should think about that next year because I haven't been yet, and I'd like to go.
Oh, you got to go.
And I've always paid attention to the Daytona 500. And at the time, my ex-wife, she had some family that was in it every week. They'd like to watch whatever race was up, and we would hang out with them every now and then. They made it more interesting for me to pay attention to certain things when watching. So it made it more entertaining for me at that time. But it's still harder for me to say, oh, yeah, I'm going to turn that on when I got other stuff that I'm interested in going on. But for the diehards, yeah, they're into it. But then as far as when we're talking right after right at the beginning of the new millennium, 2000, mid-2000s, it was at its pinnacle.
Oh, yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah.
We would go. I've been to the 500 quite a few times, but our race, me and my wife, we would go to the 400 race.
Oh, yeah.
Because we went to the first nighttime race.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because July at Daytona International Speedway during the day.
That's hot.
It's a little warm. It was warm yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a hot day.
When the sun was finally breaking through because it was still foggy, cloudy all together in the morning, but then later afternoon as it broke out. That's why they were calling for rain, as if it was going to be a chance for more showers to build or whatever. But it was humid. Sun was coming out. It was hot.
Yeah, it was that would have been a warm day at that Speedway.
You're listening to AM Ocala Live, and we've got Auto Repair with Personal Care, Matt Gibbs. And we want you to give us a call, 622-9622. Any questions that you have, any topics you'd like to mention, if you wanted to talk about the race, if you wanted to ask him about something that you've been thinking about working on to do your own vehicle, and you got a question, you can't figure it out, give us a call, 622-9622. And we'll hopefully answer that. Get it going. How has business been going? Pretty good.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's been just insane.
This time of year, too, I know tax return season, most of that's coming to fruition where people are starting to get the checks now and everything are automatically deposited. And it's not always what we want, but it's probably something that's necessary is to get something fixed on the car.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, typically this is our slow time of the year.
Is that right?
Yeah, a lot of times people will buy a new, they'll upgrade. So they'll use their money to get their newer car.
I gotcha, and they've already had the maintenance done with that, so to speak. So
this is typically this is kind of like our slower for us, but then on the dealership side, it's the peak side. So it one helps the other, so to speak. Was
that the idea in behind it?
Well, what we've done, I'm trying to get out of the car selling side of it. It's just too much.
Yeah.
So but we do service a lot of the dealers.
Okay.
So our customer work will kind of slack up a little bit right now.
Yeah.
But they're all out buying cars to sell for tax time. So they keep us busy.
Yeah, they get you rolling.
So we have multiple dealerships that we take care of their vehicles, service them, get them ready. And so they keep us extremely busy right now.
That's nice. There's a little bug flying around. It's been bothering me all day. It just wants to be right here, right where I want to talk in the mic, Mo.
Just suck them in, man.
Yeah,
Just suck them in.
Man. And we got a caller. Good morning. You're on the air. How's he doing today? Is that you?
Yes, good morning. Say, Matt, I was talking to my son Sunday. He lives up in Milwaukee, and conversation got to gas prices, and he said he had just filled up there for $2.67 a gallon, and I just filled up yesterday down here for $2.15. And he says they always give them that baloney up there that they got to have additives in the gas for cold weather or something. Do you know anything about that?
No, I don't. I don't know anything about that.
What was it?
They have to add additives.
They always say in the late fall towards the winter that the gas has to have some certain stuff in it for the cold weather up there, and then the prices shoot up. Like I just said, he said he paid $2.67 for a gallon up there, and I just went yesterday and paid $2.15, so it's quite a lot of difference. So I was just wondering if you might know what they put in that damn gas to make it so expensive.
No, I don't. And I was just in South Carolina over the weekend, and I paid $1.98. So what did we have to put in our gas?
$1.98.
Yeah.
Wow, that's a good price.
Wow.
Below $2?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, we just paid $1.98 a gallon.
Man, did you fill up some gas cans while you were up there?
No, I just filled up the rental car. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But it's it's.
Yeah. Thanks for the call, partner.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Yeah. Interesting. Well, I wonder what additive he was thinking.
The different car companies out there, not in the car companies, but the different gas companies, like Chevron, they promote this tetracycline thing or whatever it is.
Right.
It's in their gas. So, but this is how it all works. They in our area. So we go to Tampa. Our gas comes from Tampa.
Right.
That's where the port is.
Right.
Okay. So, depending on what gas company it is, some gas companies they put in their additive right then, right there.
Okay.
So even though like Florida, what is it, Florida Lime Rock, or does the tankers, they're an independent company, and they might be pulling for Mobil, they might be pulling for Chevron, they might be pulling for Shell. Mm-hmm. When they go and get gas, if they're pulling to a Shell station, whatever Shell wants in their gas, they just dispense it. It's kind of like going to Lowe's and getting a gallon of paint,
and then they
watching
just
it,
drop in the colors that you want. It's the same thing.
It's kind of the same principle.
Yeah, that's interesting. And then like you're saying, the additive in itself. If folks are wondering, like, just because it's cold up there, I don't think that's it. Because it's already some sort of
gas. I don't think it's
not gonna freeze.
It doesn't freeze. So why would you? I don't know.
Maybe it's something with viscosity, but no.
Well, maybe.
Oil's important. The type of oil weight you use during that time of year, is if it gets below, in the negatives, so to speak.
I don't know anything about that.
Yeah.
I'm not ever going to know anything about that.
You don't want to know anything about that. Yeah. So as far as that goes, and I heard about that when I worked an airport over in Pensacola, Florida. I was working at an airport there where we had self-service tanks, and then we had to fill up the airplanes with avgas. So I was a lineman there, and taking in, that was like a new thing for me, is learning how to test the fuel and the gravity and all that good stuff, make sure it was good to take on. More liability with it, because obviously we're putting it in an airplane and everything. And that's what I heard. Our shipments would come from, the truck itself would come from Panama City. That was the hub for where they would distribute. But it was the fuel that would come from Tampa, because they'd have to port. Right. And then they would get it from there. And then it would be like in a reserve in Panama City for all of the avgas, aviation gas, or something to that extent. And then from there, it would be distributed where it needs to go. And I remember talking to the driver a few times where it was like, well, where are you headed now? He's like, I'm going all the way to like Arkansas or something like this, because I guess the way they have that set up or distributed, like that's where they get avgas, that's where they get the aviation fuel, and that's where it's going to come from. But it's all ported in one spot, which was Tampa, if I remember hearing that. And then I'm thinking, well, you're on the Gulf Coast. What about New Orleans or whatever, especially when you think in Arkansas? But I guess it doesn't work that way with certain fuels. So if you had like Jet A or what we call like the high-grade kerosene for jet fuel, and then avgas, which is aviation fuel, 100 octane, sometimes low lead, most of the time low lead, that it must just be there, and that was one of the things. So it's fascinating how all that comes together.
And if that's the case, so if this fuel is generated from Tampa, and it's going to Arkansas, what's the cost to get that? You know what I'm saying? So now that could be why it's $2.67 a gallon.
Exactly.
Not because of what they put in it, but just where
it's got to go.
What do you got to go to get it here?
Yep.
So that's probably more of what goes on there.
It's kind of crazy thinking about all that. Back in those days, when I was starting to work there, that's when the Deepwater Horizon disaster struck. And that was 2010.
Yeah.
10 years ago now. It's hard to believe that was 10 years ago. That was a decade ago.
That is amazing.
And with that, like I said, just being involved in the fuel and realizing what goes on with those logistics, and then being in aviation, and then having to be able to did aerial photography for a while right after that oil rig disaster stuff. And we were taking, trying to take video, but it became photographs of the coastline from the middle of the panhandle of Florida all the way to the Louisiana-Mississippi border. And we were doing that, and that all had to do with, and it was prompted by the quiet client that we had that wanted to use that for whatever was going on in the case that was necessary for BP. And it was interesting stuff. I don't even know if I'm at liberty to talk about it now, but we were on a contractual obligation for saying very little about it. But it was obviously what it was. So then when we would land at airports and stuff, and we're landing at the same ones every day, 5 days, 6 days a week, and we see the same people, like, oh, well, what are you guys doing? It's like, flying.
Looking for birds.
Flying somewhere. Oh, you guys out there looking for oil? Like they thought we were looking for tar balls or something like that, but that wasn't the case. There was more involved with it, and it came down to the logistical stuff that was there with BP dealing with all that. It's kind of crazy. It was an interesting part of my life altogether. I did that for 2 years, that aerial photography stuff, and it was awesome because I'm in an airplane. I'm flying 500 feet off the coastline of some of the most beautiful coastline in the Gulf of Mexico. Because from the middle of the Panhandle, you've got Cape San Blas, Lake George, whatever, the Port St. Joe area. That water's gorgeous. And you're pretty much flying the entire, quartz deposit that is from Panama City, Pensacola, all the way to the barrier islands of Alabama and Mississippi. And being from up north, I didn't know Alabama had islands. That's awesome. Yeah. And it was gorgeous all the way to the Louisiana-Mississippi border, and that was all in one day. They were long days. But watching the sun go down over the Gulf of Mexico, 500 feet above the coastline, man, it was incredible. Different time, man.
Yeah.
It was a different time.
So
and now I'm hosting a mediocre radio show. Awesome. Well, you're listening to AM Ocala Live and Auto Repair with Personal Care. Matt Gibbs in the studio. If you got a question or comment or something you'd like to ask, give us a call, 622-9622. We've been talking about, as far as cars, we've been talking about the Daytona 500 and the race. We were talking about,
Did you see the Cadillac that went around? That was on Sunday, I guess. When
the motorcade?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That was kind of neat. And not only that, in aviation, the airport being so close to the
it's right
speedway.
next door to the speedway.
Yeah, they were doing a little low pass. They're only about 800, 500 feet.
They said the Air Force One was 500 feet above the station.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty neat. And then, gentlemen, start your engines to the. It never. I was going to be cool if it could really hit the bank, see what that'd be like. But it just stayed right there on the apron. But did a lap. I thought that was awesome. And the driver had to be beaming. He had to be like, it's pretty cool what he gets to do anyway, right? But then
he gets to drive the
yeah, hey,
president
here's a
around.
little extra perk. Hey, Sunday on race day, you get to take the track. That's awesome. That was pretty neat. That was pretty neat to see. That's awesome. We're going to take a little break, and we come back. Give us a call, 622-9622. You're listening to AM Ocala Live.
Areas of morning fog, very warm for the day with periods of clouds and sun. High 85 to 89. Mild tonight with increasing clouds, a low of 67 to 69. Tomorrow, clouds and sunshine. Shower at a few places. Wednesday's high 84 to 86. Then at night, partly cloudy with a low 65 to 69. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm Kevin Snyder.
Hey, this is Matt from Crossroad Auto Sales. I want to invite you to come over and check out our vehicles. All of our vehicles at Crossroad Auto Sales go through a rigorous 100-point safety inspection. We work with most outside finance companies, and we even have in-house financing available. Stop by today at 1800 Northwest 10th Street or give me a call at 690-6695. That's 690-6695. Crossroad Auto Sales. We won't leave you stranded at the crossroad.
Hi, this is JP from Penn Flooring here in Ocala. I would like to invite you to come in and visit our spacious showroom where we have solutions for every style and budget. From wall-to-wall carpet to hardwood floors and tiles, we have an unsurpassed selection of flooring. At Penn Flooring, we've provided quality customer service with a family touch for over 25 years. Visit our website at pennflooring.com or come by our showroom, 1201 Southwest 17th Street, just over the bridge. Penn Flooring, quality customer service with a family touch.
Broadcasting from the Paddock Mall Studios, this is WOCA, Ocala, Gainesville, The Villages, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, The Source.
I'm Scotty, owner of 12 Rounds Boxing, with a personal invite for you to come check out my gym in Ocala, Florida, open 7 days a week from 10 A to 10 P. Come check us out.
Auto repair with personal care. We know what we're talking about.
And good morning. You're listening to AM Ocala Live. Auto Care with Personal Care. Matt Gibbs in the studio. As we were talking this past half hour, we got a few more minutes left before the bottom of the hour. If you have a question or a comment, give us a call, 622-9622. AM Ocala Live, broadcasting to you live from the Paddock Mall, 96.3 FM, 1370 AM The Source, and we're also streaming to you YouTube Live, WOCA The Source Radio. Now, what's the event next week for NASCAR?
I don't know. It's out west, I think, isn't it?
Yeah,
Phoenix?
I think it is. Yeah, Phoenix or Arizona or Vegas or something. And I was talking earlier, like we said, with maybe not filling the seats like it was. Do you think that even though this was almost 2 days of Daytona 500 talk. Well, we know for our area because it's in our backyard. But if you're a fan, man, you got almost a full Sunday of getting everything ready for the race and a little bit of it, about 20 laps. And then you worked all day yesterday, you come home, it's on prime time. It's almost like 2 days.
Yeah, I wish they could do things a little bit different. I just see the sport. I've been watching it for a long, long time, and it's especially the super speedways, which is you got Daytona and Talladega and stuff like that, and the now, other than the crash that Ryan had yesterday, that was. I mean, it's. I don't know if you saw it. When Jeff Gordon, when they went back to, because Jeff Gordon kind of commentated the show, the race,
right.
And you could hear it in his voice.
He was
concerned. There was some concern there, and he was talking about as much as NASCAR has made this as safe as possible. This is here's the eye opener. You can still get and for me it kind of affected me a little bit because my son was hurt doing a motorsport.
Yeah.
And so I kind of wish that NASCAR would look at the racing side of it. That to me, they should make it the Daytona 100.
Yeah.
Because the only thing that really matters is the last 25 laps anymore. You know?
Yeah.
Everybody's just riding around, you know, and then at the last 25 laps, it really starts. They start racing, you know.
Really, yeah, because it's the marathon stretch, and then it starts to become that sprint right there at the end.
But
yeah.
it used to be that we were racing the entire race, you know. That there was racing going on, and it's not that way anymore. And I think a lot of that is you know, you look at the stands. The people will tell you what needs to happen, kind of thing. You know,
was it Waltrip said something? I caught a video. It was like 8 or 9 years ago that he said what NASCAR needs to do, and he kind of made it as a notion of like, hey, pay attention, or else this is going to go away.
Right.
Like this is, and it was like a small progression.
Right.
It's as if he was almost right. Well, we got about 30 seconds, partner.
All righty, sir.
It was a good day, boy.
Yes,
we always make the time go by real quick. Thanks for the caller from here there with a good question. Got some other conversation going. Join us next Tuesday when you have you in.
Yes, sir.
622-9622. Give them a call if you have any questions. Sunrise Auto Care. Appreciate it, brother.
Thank you, man.
Fox News. I'm Chris Foster. There's a new qualifier for tomorrow.